Word up, slimes. Today we're going to make a website and I'm going to teach you how. And it's going to be really simple and you're going to be really excited. But first, we're going to have to go over some basics. But I'm going to be really fast this time and I'm not going to talk for 26 minutes. Anyways, all right. So, hiring managers, they're going to want to look you up because obviously, if they think that you're a suitable candidate, and let's be honest, the job market sucks, if they think that you're a suitable candidate, they're going to look you up on a variety of things. So, as you can see in my tabs, I have a variety of things open. So, here's Google. This is my name, Aiden Cornett. That's me. Yup. Anyways, assuming someone's trying to hire me, they're going to look up my name in probably Google, but I have some other search engines. This is what's going to come up. They're going to see my powerlifting first. Of course, the important thing, as y'all know, I'm trying to get into powerlifting. I'm just kidding. I'm very bad at it. But I did do powerlifting in high school, and that shows up. And, maybe I want them to know that. Maybe I want them to go, man, he's such a strong IT guy. But my resume website shows up. My portfolio website shows up. The cool stuff I did in college shows up. And nothing else important of me shows up. But what matters is that you search my name and nothing else, without cookies, by the way. This is Firefox without any sign in. So this is just what shows up when you search my name. Boom. Three of these things are me. If you search it up on DuckDuckGo, this is my portfolio website. This is my LinkedIn. This isn't me. This is my Rocket Reach. This is my GitHub. This is my powerlifting. This is not me, by the way. As you can tell, that link is purple. This is not me. This is not my Instagram, but this is my LinkedIn. Most of this is me. That's good. You want most of it to be you. Now, DuckDuckGo does love me. I actually had a little deal with them. No, I'm just kidding. But on Bing, which is very bright, as you can tell, I'm very white. Of course, I don't go outside. I study cybersecurity. Let's be real for a second. This is my portfolio website. This is my LinkedIn. This is not my Facebook. This is my Rocket Reach. This is my GitHub. Blah, 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 blah. You get it. You get where I'm saying. You get what I'm going. You want to show up on your search engines. You want to. That's what you want to happen. I know the cybersecurity people, the operational security people. You want to go. I actually don't want to get found. I want to be anonymous and cool like Edward Snowden. You're not Edward Snowden. And plus, you know his name. Your hiring manager doesn't know your name. Anyways, you want your hiring manager to know your name. Whenever you put your resume, when you give your resume to them, they're going to look you up. That's almost 100% going to happen, especially if you're applying for any position that gets you paid like a good amount of money. Of course, if you're applying for a gas station employee, yeah, they're probably not going to search you up. But if you're applying for someone where you are in charge of extremely expensive assets, they're going to search you up. And you want to get found. The way that you get found is you put your first and your last name in the order of your first and last name into anything that you want to be found. If you don't want it to be found, like your Instagram, if you're funny and you don't want people to know that, and when I say funny, I really just mean you say things that may or may not be work appropriate. Yeah, who hasn't? No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Uh, don't don't sign your name to that. Don't put your first and last name behind that. If your Instagram is full of you arguing with people about politics, probably don't put your first and last name in your Instagram because you don't want your employer's one note of you being, I argue with people about politics on Instagram and threads. Look, you can argue about politics all you want. And hey, I find it really entertaining to see it when I'm on Twitter. But I don't want people to see if I'm partaking in these arguments. I don't want it to show up when they look me up. That's why you get into search engine optimization. Now, let's go into another way that people are going to look you up that you're going to have to think about. AI, ChatGPT. I put into the prompt, who is Aiden Cornett? He's applied to a job and I want to know if I should hire him. And it gives a lot of information about me. And this is all good information about me if anyone wants to, like, I don't know, hire me, please. This is all good information about me. And that's good for me, but for a lot of y'all, if you're not search engine optimizing, which is really just fancy tech nerd speak for trying to show up on Google, if you're not doing that, then when people put stuff into AI, you don't know what the AI is going to spit out because the AI isn't going to spit out actual results where your hiring manager can go, oh, well, this isn't the person I'm trying to hire. The AI is going to go, well, this person's name is Aiden Cornett, and they are an extremist in 5 different terrorist groups. You shouldn't hire this guy because he's not a little tech nerd. He's a extremist. If there's an extremist named Aiden Cornett, I'm cooked. But you don't want the AI to say that. So keep in mind that AI is going to start being used a lot more in the hiring process. And because of that, you need to show up on the internet. Because if you want the right things to come out in this thing that ChatGPT just spit out to me, you want it to say that he's athletic, which made me really excited. Because, of course, I mean, I'm not. Stop. But how are we going to do this? We're going to make a website. So you're going to go into tldlist.com. That's what it says right here. That's also what it says in the big letters right here. tld-list.com. You're going to go on here, and it's going to tell you a lot of domain prices. You're probably going to end up with Cloudflare because Cloudflare is the cheapest. We have Jared Cybersec as our name that we have thrown in here. You're going to go into Cloudflare, you're going to get your domain. This is going to be the first step because whatever website builder that you end up using is going to be needing this domain. And the domain does not need to be purchased from the website builder. Don't do that. It is expensive and is not needed. You can do it off of anywhere, and every website builder that I've heard of will just let you move it over. And it's way cheaper. Way, 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 way cheaper. Go with Cloudflare, probably, because everything's built on Cloudflare. When Cloudflare goes down, so does most of the internet. Same with AWS and Azure, but that's not the point. Cloudflare, they're great, they're dependable, and they're cheap. That's the important part. So, y'all are going to make a website. This is Card, by the way. Here, I should probably back up. My fault. This is Card. Card is great because Card is simple. If you're not going for a design-oriented job, Card is great. If I wanted to be, if this is me, like this is just literally like me as a person. Oh, never mind. I don't get the picture. That's so much less funny. Uh, and Card is really simple to use. Jared Cyber, me ASF, GNG 67. Okay, it's easy. It's really easy to use. You wanna make your background cool? All right, let's actually not open that one up. But let's not open up my files. I don't want y'all seeing that. We're going to make a background. We're going to say, I love you. Oh my gosh. I love Yoy. Give me a job, please. And then the praying emoji. This is very likely to get you a job. No, but having a portfolio website will. The important part about getting the portfolio website is this. This is the DNS. This is the boring part. I was really confused when I did this for the first time. Card is very simple with it. You just go to the settings of your website. You just go down to status, published. For me, it's gonna say, for you it might say not saved or something like that. Mine says custom domain URL. Yours might say card domain or card.co URL. You're gonna want to publish to a custom domain. Type in your custom domain. You're gonna go to how do I do this right here. Come down here. You're gonna say all this, and then if you're using Card, I would suggest you stick to this list because if you click anything from this list, GoDaddy sounds funny. So it will give you the exact website and where to click and what to change so that you can get your domain on there for you. Now, this is what you should have on a resume website. Of course, I don't have a projects panel. I'm working on that. We're going to make a few more YouTube videos. We're going to put them on the channel so that we can put them on the website so that I can go, hey, that very loud smacking you just heard is the server computer I have sitting next to me. I don't have a video showing it off. I'll work on that, and then we'll get another button here. But here's what you want. You want to say education. I went to college. I got 2 degrees. That's cool. This is not going to be work in progress in I don't have a watch. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. So we have the Invicta here. The date is off. In 2 weeks, I will have this degree. Anyways, you want to say, what's your degree? Where'd you get your degree? When are you graduating? And some of y'all, I need to update this. Anyways, some of y'all are going to put the whole time that you were in college, which if you got through college really fast, do that because that's cool. Put your GPA and only put your GPA if it is higher than 3.75. If it's lower, talk a lot about how good you were, how awesome you were. Don't talk about your GPA. If it's below 3.75, and I'm not saying that's bad. C's get degrees, brother. It does. Like seriously, it really does. But above 3.75, you kind of get the bragging rights almost. C's get degrees. If you were doing projects and if you were getting work experience, boy howdy, if you were getting work experience, that is worth way more than a GPA. Speaking of work experience, I don't have any security work experience. I'm sorry, y'all. This YouTube channel is kind of me being like, I'm awesome, and I want everyone to know that. But I don't have work experience. You want to say what work experience you've had, you want to give them numbers. They like numbers. I personally have talked to 140 people in an hour while Quick Trip Clerk, and we have the numbers to like prove that. And this is like on 8-hour shifts where every hour is 140 people. That sounds awesome, especially when I'm doing in a customer service role like, I don't know, help desk. And I get to say the exact number because Quick Trip keeps those statistics of 0.01% cash variance on a 9-hour, 8-hour shift. That sounds cool. I also get to say I trained new cashiers at my previous job. You want to be able to say these things. Say the things that sound impressive and matter. Your certifications. If you're not doing IT, if you're not doing IT related stuff, if you don't need to really mention that you're forklift certified, you don't need the tab. But for IT, the certifications are worth a lot. I don't have the network and the security yet. Network next month, security the month after that. My favorite, the resume download. Please, oh please. I don't have a. That is an email from ancient times. Y'all can look at that email because that email does not exist anymore. This is a link to a Google Drive where you can download my resume. And this is a contact me where you can email me and it'll show up and I'll respond to it. This is my YouTube. Hey, you're on it. This is my Instagram. This is my LinkedIn. This is my GitHub. This is my LinkedIn. This is my email. You can email me directly. The contact me looks nicer, and some people like using it because they want to be anonymous. And you technically are anonymous if you go through that. By the way, I'll get rid of that. By the way, if somehow this gets 1,000 views, which it won't. It's not. This video is not super well thought out. And a bunch of people end up emailing me. But hey, if you want to give me a job, hey, I'm not gonna stop you. Anyways, make a portfolio website because you will get searched up on Google. You might get searched up on an AI tool of some sort, Grok, ChatGPT, Claude, whatever. You might get searched up on one of those and you want to show up and you want to look nice, and you want to be professional. Make the professional parts of you stand out. Please don't sign your name on things that are bad professionally. I'm not the one to say if they're bad objectively, ethically. I'm not the one to say that. However, if they're bad professionally, probably don't sign your name to them. All right, y'all. I'm going to be honest, that is the whole video. Make a website, make a portfolio website. It's really easy. I suggest using Carrd. Get your own domain. Don't use a Carrd domain. And that's it. All right, thank y'all. Bye.